Hello YouTube, how is y'all's day going? Today we are doing a new series. It's going to be a 12-minute speed mock draft. I'm going to be trying to do a mock draft right in front of you guys as fast as possible with giving brief explanations. So far, it sounds like it should be pretty easy. So far, it actually has been pretty hard to do that, given that I'm around, I calculated it, I have to give around 32 seconds of an explanation for each of the picks, and when, some of them are a little bit different, then it's a little bit harder to explain, so should be pretty interesting. I also have not been uploading whatsoever, so I am super sorry about that, guys, but hopefully I can get into a little more of a rhythm here. If you guys are not subscribed, please do so. Hitting the bell and the like button would be greatly appreciated. Also, make sure you are following the TikTok and Twitter. The links will be down below in the description. Not much else. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so I've got my timer set up here. As soon as I hit start, then we are going to go ahead and start. Okay, Carolina Panthers, they're going to be taking CJ Stroud. Yeah, CJ Stroud makes a lot of sense to me. Great mechanics. There's been a lot of talk about how he will go number one. Just a beautiful game manager. He really reminds me of a little bit, not exactly, but a little bit of a more mobile Peyton Manning. So I think he'll be able to do some really good things with that Carolina Panthers offense with all of it revamped, adding guys like Miles Sanders and all that. 2, I'm going to have the Texans taking Bryce Young. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be 1 and 2. I've heard some talk about Anthony Richardson being in the top 2. I don't think that's reasonable. Bryce Young, phenomenal. Only really question is his size. His scrambling ability is great. Great throw. He knows how to throw the ball. He knows how to play the game. He's very refined. I think he'll probably have a better year 1 than CJ Stroud, so that would probably be really good for the Texans. So I like that pick. 3, I'm going to have the Cardinals going Will Anderson. Yeah, if Jalen Carter off the field issues weren't a thing, then this would be Jalen Carter, but Will Anderson is probably just a half a step down from Jalen Carter, so it makes sense. The Cardinals lost Zach Allen to the Broncos. They lost J.J. Watt to retirement, and they lost Chandler Jones last offseason, so adding an edge or a defensive line piece is a must need for them. They kind of need to almost be entering a little bit of a rebuild, maybe more of a revamp, but yeah, Will Anderson would be a great place to start. Number 4, I'm gonna have the Colts taking I'm gonna have the Colts taking Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson, extremely amazing scrambler. He's 6'4", kind of makes sense with Steichen coming over from the Eagles to grab another scrambling QB like he had with Hurts. I really like Anthony Richardson for him. He's a little bit raw. The passing might need a little bit of help, but overall he's a very phenomenal quarterback, and he's not getting as much buzz as I would even like him to. Some people are having him going out of the top 10, and I think that's outrageous. So Anthony Richardson's a phenomenal prospect. I think that the Colts would love to have that. It's something different that they've had in the years before. They've had a lot less mobile QBs. Number 5, I'm actually going to have Will Levis going. I think a lot of people are scared to mock quarterback to the Seattle Seahawks, but this is actually the perfect time for them to take one. And they have another pick in this draft too, in this first round draft. So it kind of makes sense for them to almost take a swing like this. They just re-signed Geno, but he's getting older. He's not going to be their guy forever. Having someone like Will Levis, whose main question is accuracy and decision making, is perfect kind of guy to sit behind Geno Smith, whose main things is his accuracy and his decision making. So Will Levis would be a great young quarterback to sit behind a couple seasons behind Geno and then take over the wheel. So I like that pick for the Seattle Seahawks. Makes sense to me. 6, I'm going to have Jalen Carter going. Finally. I don't think he makes it past 5 or 6, to be honest with you. I mean, the off-the-field issues are a little bit, concerning, but not too concerning. Jalen Carter, phenomenal prospect, maybe one of the best defensive linemen we've ever seen come into the draft. The Lions, I think, would love to have him here as an interior defensive lineman. 7, I'm actually going to go offensive. I'm going to have to go on Christian Gonzalez. Where's Christian Gonzalez? I'm not going Christian Gonzalez. They've needed to get that secondary back into shape for a long time. Christian Gonzalez, I view him on the same level as a Pat Surtain. Not much explanation there. He's got very fluid hips. He's amazing corner. I have a ton of faith in him. So the Raiders picking him up, I think that'd be really great for their defense, which is struggling. 8, I'm going to have my Atlanta Falcons going with Tyree Wilson. Tyree Wilson makes a lot of sense. He's a little bit raw. He's actually really raw, but he's got raw athleticism. He's a very, very strong, athletic edge rusher. I think it makes sense to pair him with Ebiketie, kind of, have that young duo for the next couple years. I do like Myles Murphy, but Tyree Wilson, I think, would fit a little bit better with our new defensive coordinator, Ryan Nielsen. 9, I'm going to have the Bears going Paris Johnson. They need offensive line desperately. Paris Johnson is probably the best tackle. You could argue, a couple other guys, but Paris Johnson overall is the most probably refined offensive lineman in the entire class. So I really like Paris Johnson for the Bears. 10, I'm going to have the Eagles. I'm going to have them doing something a little bit different. I'm going to have them taking Peter Skoronski because they lost Andre Dillard and they lost Isaac Sumalu, and they love having that interior offensive line depth. Peter Skoronski is somebody who can play tackle and guard and do it pretty damn well. So I think that they would really like that. Peter Skoronski makes actually a lot of sense for me at 10. 11, I'm going to have another one going Broderick Jones. Yeah, the Titans run the ball a lot, so that's a little bit questionable because Broderick Jones is more of a pass protector. But you never know with this new scheme that they're heading into because they're really starting to enter a rebuild here, especially offensively. So Broderick Jones, they just need offensive line, especially after losing Taylor Lewan. 12, I'm going to have the Texans taking Myles Murphy. Yeah, a lot of people would love to see them take wide receiver. I would too. They desperately need it, but even more, they need some, defensive line pieces. They need some guys that they have not had a good defensive line for a long time, and it just makes sense to grab somebody like, Myles Murphy, who can, stand up, hand in the dirt, perfect for them. 13, I'm going to have a reach here for the Jets, but they desperately need offensive line, so I'm taking Anton Harrison, who I actually think will go earlier than a lot of people think, but he's great prospect, got a lot of upside. I'm not going to explain that one too much there. They need tackle. Mekhi Becton's injury prone, and they've tried to fix the right tackle spot with veterans. 14, I'm going to have the Patriots taking Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison, I keep on using the word refined, but Jordan Addison is the most refined receiver in this class. He's great at route running. He's a good deep threat. I think that's something that the Patriots have been really lacking. With Jacoby Myers, not a fast wide receiver whatsoever. They've tried to patch it with guys like Nelson Aguilar and stuff like that, but it's not been the best move. Adding Jordan Addison, Juju Smith in this offseason would be a great offseason for the Patriots offense. 15, the Packers. I'm going to have the Packers. I think I might have the Packers taking... I'm going to have the Packers taking Brian Branch. Everybody talks about him as a slot corner, which he's very good at that, but he also ran a 4.55. His safety ability has completely been blown out of proportion. Like, he's a very, very good safety. Flies to the ball, able to read plays like to an elite level. So Brian Branch is a safety. It seems like they're moving on from Adrian Amos, their veteran safety. So I would actually really like Brian Branch for them. 16, I'm going to make this one easy. I'm actually going to have Devin Witherspoon go, who's not... Devin Witherspoon is just a phenomenal corner. His first year breakout, so there's a little bit of a question there, but other than that, he's very, very solid corner. Someone that is locked down that I think that the Commanders would like to have. A little bit grabby as well, but you kind of get that with every corner coming out of the draft. But he is pretty grabby. But overall, I think that Devin Witherspoon is probably the best fit of the corners available. You could try to go for Joey Porter Jr., but he's probably more of a project. Devin Witherspoon's probably a little bit more ready to go. So I think that the Commanders would rather have that. 17, I'm actually going to have the Steelers going Cam Smith. Cam Smith has completely dropped out of the first round for some reason. I don't understand it. He's my CB2. He's a great corner. Love Cam Smith. Would not be surprised if he ends up being the best one in this class. I know that's a really big... there's a lot of great corners in this class. I know it's a really big jump there, but I think it's very damn true. So 18, I'm actually a lot of people are talking about corner. I'm actually going to have the Lions taking Nolan Smith. Great value here. You add Jalen Carter on your defensive line. You add Nolan Smith as your other edge rusher. Now you got Aiden Hutchinson, Nolan Smith, and Jalen Carter all on the same, defensive front, and then you're pairing a Georgia duo. So I actually really like that. They added some corners. They added Cam Sutton and stuff like that in the offseason, so I like that one a lot. 19, I'm going to have the Buccaneers taking Luis Van Ness. Can move all across the defensive line. They need some upgrades there. They've used a lot of veterans in the past. Pairing this with Vita Vea would be amazing. So 20, I'm going to have the... let's see. I'm gonna have the I'm going to have the Seattle Seahawks taking Felix Anudike-Uzomah, who also has been getting first-round buzz. I love him. He's extremely athletic. I think he'd be a great fit for the Seattle Seahawks. Pair him on that defensive line. They just got rid of Shelby Harris and Poona Ford, I believe, so this would be a perfect guy to pair with Draymond Jones, who they brought in. 21, I'm going to have the... I'm going to have them taking Jackson Smith-Njigba. I think it'd be a perfect slot receiver in a pass-first offense for sure with Justin Herbert. Adding a younger guy, I think that would be a lot of help with, the veterans that they have with Williams and Keenan Allen. Running back, I'm going to go Bijan Robinson. Running back. Ravens, I'm going to go Bijan Robinson. Very run-first offense. Have a 1-2 punch with J.K. Dobbins. Not much explained there. The Vikings, I'm going to have Quentin Johnston, actually. I'm going to have a new wide receiver duo with Johnston and Justin Jefferson. Makes a lot of sense in my head. 24, the Jags, I'm going to have taking Joey Porter Jr. Yeah, a lot of upside with Joey Porter Jr. Tested out pretty damn well. He's got some great length, perfect frame for a corner, so I really like that a lot. They've been needing some upgrades at the corner. It's a little bit questionable, though, like how much of an upgrade they need. Joey Porter Jr., I think, would be a great fit. I'm tempted to go wide receiver here for the Giants, but I think with what is on the board, I'm going to go Deonte Banks, who tested out extremely freaking well. Crazy athlete, had some pretty damn good tape too. Deonte Banks, super, super fast, will be able to keep up with any of the wide receivers that they have in that division, absolutely. So I like Deonte Banks a lot there for him. I'm going to have the Cowboys taking Osiris Torrance. Yeah, I mean, the Cowboys can always use offensive line. They're always replacing or letting go guys. Osiris Torrance with the value, I think, is really good here. So I think the Cowboys would like to have someone like that, kind of with this new offense that they're trying to build around Dak. 27, the Bills. I'm tempted to go tight end as a kind of a backup, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go Jahmyr Gibbs because they did add Damian Harris and they do have James Cook, but Jahmyr Gibbs, value-wise, very, very solid here. He's a very fast running back. He tested out well, so I like that one a lot. Defensively, I'm probably going to go for the Bengals, and I'm probably going to go... I'm probably going to go Emmanuel Forbes. Yeah, I'm going to go Emmanuel Forbes. A little bit of first-round buzz, but not too much. I really like him. He's kind of like my CB3 to CB4 right now. A little bit lightweight, but he's got a great frame. He's got a great tape. I really like him. So I think that the Bengals would really like to upgrade this over Eli Apple. I got 30 seconds left, so I got to hurry up. 29, the Saints. I'm going to get them Isaiah Foskey. I'm such a believer in Isaiah Foskey. You can move him all around, kind of almost like a Micah Parsons role, Swiss Army knife. So I think the Saints would really like to have that, especially after losing a lot of defensive line pieces. 30, the Eagles. I'm gonna have them taking. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna have them taking Darnell Washington, and then the Chiefs. I'm gonna have them taking Zay Flowers. Okay. I'm going to explain those last two picks. My timer just went off. Darnell Washington is better blocking tight end. The Eagles have proven that they've wanted tight ends in the past. With what fell on the board, if there was a better edge or defensive line pieces still there, I probably would have given them those. But I didn't see too much that I liked there overall. So, just an overall offense, first round draft for the Eagles offense, just upgrading kind of that front. And then with the Chiefs, they love those smaller, speedy receivers. Zay Flowers, overall, they love having those guys, and I think he'd be great in that system. So, Sky Moore, Zay Flowers, similar players. So I like that, though, overall. I like that. For them getting a little bit more of a shifty receiver. That is going to be it. It's a little bit rough. There's some picks that I feel like are a little bit questionable, but this is the first time that I'm doing this. If you guys do really like it, it gets some good feedback, some likes, some, new subscribers, stuff like that, then I will continue to do this. So please let me know whether it's dropping a like, a comment, or subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. But that's going to be it for the video. Y'all stay safe and God bless.